Do you want me to send you 1,000 US dollars right now? Welcome to the Traders Improved podcast. I think it's episode 47. Welcome back. And today I want to address something that is very current. So today I got a message, which I often do on social media, and someone said, hey, I invested all my savings, my parents' savings into Bitcoin, and I lost it all. I still had 500 US dollars left or something. Then somebody approached me and said, hey, I can invest the money for you and make it back. And then, of course, what is the result? He lost it all and he got scammed. And then the guy reached out to me and said, hey, can you lend me a few $1,000s? I really need to pay for my university. I lost all my money. Well, obviously, I sent him everything that I had and also took a credit. Just kidding. I said, I just blocked this guy and said, and didn't even bother answering. But this is something very common, and I see it across many, many young people. And I often get those messages, believe it or not. And yeah, of course, it is sad when people lose their money. But I don't want to say it is they deserve it, but if you approach your life from such a perspective that you put all your savings into something that you don't understand first, and also you invest all your savings into one thing that is just a pure gamble, it shows that you are greedy, that you don't really trust in yourself because you are relying on outside circumstances with all your life savings, which is absolutely, completely insane. And it just shows a lack of common sense, I would say. And this happens with many young people. And people often approach me and say, hey, what should I do? I have a few $1,000s, invest, save. What should I do with it? And if you're young, which means you're in your 20s or in your 30s, and I'm not an investment advisor, so whatever I say right now, take it for what it's worth. It is not any real recommendation. So that is the disclaimer here. Do whatever the F you want. This is just my personal experience. But my personal experience has me brought, here where I am today. I never expected to get that far, and the way it looks, we're just getting started. However, if you're in your 20s and in your 30s, or in your 30s, not and, I guess, what you should invest in is yourself. That is the most important thing. You are your greatest asset, because obviously you have to live with yourself for quite a while, hopefully. And if you're in your 20s and in your 30s, it doesn't really matter if you invest in real estate or in the stock market, because it is not going to make such a big difference in your life, outcome, in your fortune, in quote unquote. If you have a few $1,000s, and the most important thing that you have when you're young is time. You really have time, and also you don't have anything else. You don't have skills, you don't have knowledge, you don't have experience. So that is really where you need to get started. Invest in yourself. Try to learn as much as you can. Try to really become valuable to other people, to the economy. What I always say then is develop a skill, acquire a skill, learn something, study something. When people come to me and say, should I quit university and become a trader? I absolutely call them insane. That's the last thing you want to do. What you want to do is invest in yourself. Develop skills, whatever it might be, programming, learning a new language, learning about business, learning about website creation, learning about marketing, philosophy, psychology, politics, economics, whatever it is. Learn a skill, become valuable, see how you can help other people, and understand that if you're in your 20s or 30s even, you have so much time in your hands. People in their 40s or 50s would give anything to have the time that you have right now. And even now, I am in my mid-30s. When I think back at my mid-20s, I'm often shocked about the time that I wasted. I often say to myself, if I had known back then what I know now, I would have spent every waking minute investing in skills, in building a network, in meeting people and talking to people. Just looking for ways how I can become valuable and help other people get to where they want to get. Develop a skill, build a skill. That is something that nobody can take away from you. And that is something that will almost guarantee that you will become successful later on in life. And imagine you are maybe 25, 26, 27, maybe even 30. I still do learn new skills every now and then. Let's say you're 27, and let's say it takes 10 years for you to learn a decent skill, to become valuable, to maybe build a little business, to build a name for yourself, build a network. You are 37. You are so young in the grand scheme of things. You have 30, 40, maybe even 50 years ahead of you. You can make a lot of money in that time. And you have the skills to do that. You have the mindset to do that. You have the network to get to where you want to go. And also ask yourself, what is really the alternative? What is the alternative if you don't do it? What is the alternative if you chase the dream of becoming a millionaire trader by just getting somehow lucky, investing in Bitcoin or the next Bitcoin, or just buying a lucky stock, investing your savings into something that you don't understand, relying on other people's that you don't know their agenda? That is really, really the alternative. Is that really something that you want to build your life upon? Do you really want to put your life in someone else's hands? That is always what drove me crazy when I was at the end of my university. I always thought, okay, I'm going to get a job and work for someone else, make someone else money, and all I do is hope that they will value my skill and keep me employed. I found this absolutely insane. The 9-to-5 mindset it never really made sense to me. I found it is absolute, complete insanity to work for someone else. So luckily I started very early on to develop not only my trading skills, but also all the other business and entrepreneurship skills that I have. So when I graduated, when I was in my mid or end 20s, I was a very late starter. I had already more than 10 years experience in many fields, and I had already a good skill set, so that I didn't have to get a job. I was lucky enough that I could quit my job. I was also lucky enough that I didn't only have to live off my trading, which I think is also great. If you have another side income besides trading, it can make your trading much, much easier because it removes a lot of stress. And then, you can approach your trading from a different way. I still today, last week, Moritz and I, we went to another personal coaching. We invest always in ourselves. I always try to find courses, seminars, mentors, people that I can pay money, that they show me how to build a new skill or just get better. And I understand that, okay, I'm 33. Back in my 20s, I thought by 33 I would be quite old. But now I realize that I'm still quite young. And when I'm in my mid-40s, I will be very, very thankful to my younger self, that I have that I play this long game always. So, long story short, what's the message here? The message is that trust in yourself. Understand that you are your greatest asset. You are the most important person in your life. It sounds selfish, but I never understand that people don't get it. How can you not understand that you are the most important person in your life? If you're not healthy, if you're not wealthy, if you're not happy, if you don't do what you love, how can you be of value to other people? How can you feel good? How can you do anything? How can you help others? How can you achieve something? Put yourself first, and only if you put yourself first, you can make an impact in other people's life. That is so, so important. Try to invest in yourself. Don't only try to get rich quick. I know many, many traders will listen to this podcast and they only have this goal of becoming rich. And how do they do that? They just try to find this lucky trading system They hop and jump from system to system to system, to indicator to system, to guru to signals and whatever. And they just try and they hope to get lucky somehow. They don't even know what they're looking for. And at the same time, they waste so much time. They waste so many years of their life that they will never get back. And even worse, at the end, after a few years, once you realize that you have wasted so much time, you don't even have anything to show for. You haven't built any skills. You haven't developed yourself. You haven't grown. You have absolutely just wasted time and money, which is insane. Especially if you're young. Now is the time to lay the foundation, to make sure that you're on the right path for your future. Don't be so blind to only chase the get-rich-quick dream of trading. Of course, trading is a great way, but make sure that you approach it from the right perspective. Get serious about it. Study. Don't fall for any advertisement claims. Study, study, study. Stop system hopping. Approach it with seriousness, approaching with a long-term mindset. And then you are using your time effectively. But also look at other areas in your life. Build a network, connect to people, be nice, be helpful, learn other skills, be a well-rounded, happy, healthy person. And that is how you get ahead in life. So, long story short, this is my message for this tweet that upset me a little bit, but I think in the end it was good and it turned out good because it helped me to formulate this message, and hopefully will inspire one or two people along the way to really see their lives from a different perspective, approach their lives from a different view, and then get ahead in life. So enjoy it, have fun, and remember that you are your greatest asset.